Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, comment, and leave a like. Without further ado, let's get into it. If a budget smartphone is like a cheeseburger and a flagship is a steak, the A52 lies somewhere in the middle. It's good, especially when the margin between a flagship and a mid-ranger is getting slim every day. Why drop $1,000 or $1,500 on a phone that has features you may not even use after trying them once? Instead, a phone with less than half that may not pack as much bells and whistles, but will give you a great user experience without breaking your bank and make you consider your life choices. Ladies and gentlemen, I am speaking of the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G. But is it really worth the $499 price tag? And how 5G is it? Let's find out. But wait! If you are new to the channel, subscribe and make sure you press the bell icon to get updates from the channel. That being said, let's start the video. If I had to suggest the A52 to someone with a reason in less than 20 seconds, all I have to say is that it's good, at least where it matters. It offers most of the perks that a more expensive flagship will offer, and it works when you need it to. But for those of you who want to memorize the spec sheet, I've got you covered. The first thing you will notice on the box and on the wrap on the phone, it has 5G, a 6.5-inch AMOLED screen with 120Hz of refresh rate, which is quite rare at this price point, optical image stabilization on the main rear camera, and IP67 rating for extra peace of mind. Sure, you can find it on some of the more cheaper phones, but with Samsung at least, you know it works, and as a bonus, it has a headphone jack. However, as appealing as it sounds, the Samsung A52 is not a flagship and price had to be cut somewhere. The device's frame and back panel are plastic, and while I like the matte finish on the back, there's a certain hollowness when you tap on it that's not very reassuring. There's also no telephoto to complement the wide and ultra-wide cameras, just digital zoom, plus a depth sensor and macro camera of dubious usefulness. But I would trade the hollowness of the body any day for better internals and software supports, as in my experience, it makes all the difference. Currently, the Samsung Galaxy A52 is on the list of monthly OS updates with a promise of important software update for up to 3 years and security updates for at least 4 years. Meaning if everything goes right, your phone will be up to date for the next 3 years or so, and one of the most prominent features, 5G connectivity, will make sure you don't look like Grandpa using his Nokia in 2021. The sub-6 GHz specifically, with hardware-level support for the C-brand frequencies carriers, will start using in 2022. The Galaxy A52 uses Snapdragon 750G processor with 6 GB of RAM, and it seems a good combination for average daily users. You can push its limits with web pages, with JavaScript, and heavy games, but for day-to-day use, scrolling through social media, YouTube, and other content, it's a breeze. The 120Hz refresh panel makes it a much smoother experience than the last year's A52 by a long shot. The 4500 mAh battery seems a bit of a compromise with increased demand of power, but it will last you more than a day on normal use. The A52 5G includes 3 rear cameras plus a 5-megapixel depth sensor. You get a 64-megapixel standard wide with OIS, 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and the seemingly obligatory 5-megapixel macro camera. There's also a front-facing 32-megapixel selfie camera. You should not expect killer performance from the camera setup, but you won't notice major fails in the photos. Is it worth the upgrade on last year's Galaxy A52 in your opinion? Let us know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching. I will see you in the next one.